It's the Simon and Andy show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've whilst you've been busy, Si, these weekly broadcasts have started to take on a much more significant musical feed.
Right.
There's
Well,
there's
we'll
songs appearing.
do that. There's what?
We've been embarking in a more sort of tuneful note. I mean, it kicked off with Carl and I essentially doing a musical episode, and I've pretty much broken Ronnie. I think before this is all done, I will get Ronnie to burst into full song.
No, well, you're not going to happen with me. Cinema mode. What the hell's cinema mode?
I have no idea because these are buttons and they require
No, no,
me
no.
to do things.
It's a different type of button, right? Cinema. Oh well, you know what? I don't care. I can play it on TV. There we go.
Focus.
Default.
Focus. It's Warlord Wednesday. People don't want to know about our technical problems. They want to know about our technical solutions.
Well, there you go.
So
Reaction.
you've been coerced into this, and I know that lately you've got used to doing high profile interviews with celebrities from America and stuff like that.
What you basically mean is I found somebody in America that's willing to talk to me, and you class them as a celebrity.
Well,
Yeah.
I think Renegade Games and people like that there are of a certain celebrity status in the industry.
Look,
Yes.
I made a mistake. I thought they were Renegade Master.
You see, you managed to bring music into it. I love you, Si.
I know you
I
do.
love you. Right. Well, look, you haven't got seeing this, so because Charlie's not here, I thought, you know what, I'm going to break the rules. Um, I've got the demo set here for Victory at Sea. His reaction tells me that he either can't hear me or he's not as excited as I thought he was going to be.
Andy,
Yeah.
I'm able to see us talking.
Yeah, that's because you're watching the live feed.
Yeah, but I literally had a thing saying skip to the live feed. So are we live?
Yes, we're live. That's why I said the Andy and Si show. I kind of sang a little intro sequence. There's currently viewers watching you look bewildered.
Yeah, well, that's what the modern technology is like. One is frozen and one is you talking. And you know what? The best thing, I don't know which one of the ones I like the more.
It gets confusing for me as well, mate, because there was one evening, one of these feeds we were doing, and there ended up being like 4 versions of me, and they were all at different times.
That must have messed with your head for a bit.
It didn't take much to mess with my head, and yes, it did, chum. Yes, it did. It's still
Well,
doing
tell
that.
everyone why we're talking, and it's just something different for a change, eh?
No, I've told them all. We were live when. Remember that whole bit where I was saying about, "Hi, Mike." Remember the whole bit where I was saying about Charlie can't make it, so Si's here, and you're used to doing interviews with Americans. That was to them. I wasn't just like talking to you.
Oh dear. You know, it's just for me. You are normal. It doesn't matter which one it is. It's the live version or the 5 seconds behind version. You
Well,
know.
I'm actually glad to hear you say that because it does prove that how we normally talk is how we normally get on. It's not just put on for the benefit of Mike Jones
No,
and
it's
other
not.
people. We are this crap.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. If you want spit and polish, go to another channel. We don't even have spit.
No.
Right. So Victory at Sea, then, Si. You can give me your true reaction. Are you wanting to see inside the demo box?
Is that? Yeah, of course. You know,
Okay.
something different for a change. You know,
Yeah.
you were talking the last time about the boats with sails. So this time it's got boats with motors.
Motorboats.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Sailing
It'll
boats
do.
and motorboats.
It'll do. So
Hmm.
now this is where it'll maybe throw you because the live feed is obviously slightly behind me. So I'm about to start talking about a cardboard box that you can't see yet. This cardboard box is lovely. But what I'll do is I'll pad it out with some kind of meaningful commentary until the cardboard box appears on the screen about now.
Whoa! It just appeared
You see,
as if it by magic.
it's I tell you, it is like dark magic. So Si, this is the Victory at Sea demo box. Um, obviously
I'm not impressed.
not released yet. Well, it's a demo box. It's like not the actual box.
No, you could have done your artistic on the front of it. All I'm seeing is something brown and not meaningful.
I
Open it
didn't.
up quickly.
I did. Well, you see, I've already opened it up. You've got to bear with us here, Si. This is live, so the real feed is slightly behind me talking.
Right, I can see something. Excellent.
Okay. I will try and slow it down for you. No, but to qualify, this isn't like what the core box is going to be. This is what they've done for retailers and reviewers and things to send out to people and go, tell us what you think of Victory at Sea.
Hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to start talking, but it'll be a few seconds for you behind whenever it goes. So we've got the cardboard tokens or card component. There's one sheet there, a little bit different from Cruel Seas. There's a bit more going on. There's lots more big plumes of smoke from things that go on fire and stuff. And
Yeah, I can
there's
see four of them.
yeah, and there's different sort of turn markers now because obviously you're turning. This to me is a bit like X-wing versus Armada. In X-wing, you're fighting with fighters. In Armada, you're fighting with capital ships. So
Yeah,
Cruel Seas, small boats. Victory at Sea, big boats. So different turning system.
very good.
I think they're double sided too. Yeah, they are. They're double sided. So there's enough tokens there for two people to play.
Is that
Um,
is that is that two turn markers? I can see something that I think looks like a turn marker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Again, sorry, I was trying to keep an eye on the picture there, and I forgot. My apologies, dude. Oh, well, actually, what I
Hmm.
can do is instead of waving this, I can hold this up to you in real time now in the camera and zoom. Okay.
Yep,
So
that's
there you
that's what I
go.
was saying.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, there's two turn markers there. There's magazine tokens, rearm tokens, and there's like damage tokens for guns, the props, crew, and something else, and lots of big smoke tokens as well. So if people think we're being very vague here, it's because we've been good boys. We haven't opened this box. Obviously, we've been in isolation. So Si's over in Carrick. I'm over here in Whitehead. And he hasn't even got hands on it. And I've been very good in not open this. So then we've got the Victory at Sea rulebook. So just so you know what I'm talking about, Si, that's the Victory at Sea rulebook. It appears to be the full rulebook. So it's the rules manual. But for the boys and girls at home, I'm going to throw it back down on the table. And I'm just going to scan through it. Now, I think hopefully the selling point here, Si, is going to be the fact tiny fighting ships.
Yeah. Well, we have touched many a times in the last couple of years on tiny fighting ships. We've got some of the wee gamers themselves are big into ships.
Yeah.
Yourself, and we have on one or two occasions tried some of the rule sets. Do you remember the one where we nearly used the whole of the gym to represent even a shortened distance?
Yes, yeah, we
No.
used the sports hall. You're quite right because
Hmm.
JB and Brett were very much into the fact of, well, no, this boat over here in the corner, it's still at close range shooting at that ship over there. Um,
Yeah.
I've got to say, this has been brought home to me by playing this cursed Victory at Sea or World of Warships
Yeah.
on online because I'm literally over here behind a mountain and I'm shooting at a boat I can't even see and hitting it.
Hmm.
The fools are the ones that go sailing up beside them. Hopefully you're seeing that there now. Side there's the aircraft carrier, there's the wing of fighters, there's a cruiser, a destroyer, and a frigate there on shot for you.
Yeah, the very first thing I seen was the aircraft carrier, and I was going, "Oh, that's nice."
Yeah. I like how they're doing the little wings of fighters as well.
Hmm.
It put me very much in mind of a call to arms.
Yeah. The first thing that came to mind was Midway.
Oh yeah,
I think that that's what I would want to try. I would want to try this out as some kind of midway one because you know yourself that was one of the big one where they had about three or four aircraft carriers each. And I do know that three Japanese aircraft carriers were sunk at Midway. So yeah, that would be a cool one to try.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Hmm.
Right, I'm not going to reveal too much of that rulebook. I think that's down to Warlord. They've done the guys have on their Twitch feed, and you can go back, I think, and watch some of the guys have done a couple of fairly in-depth chats on Victory at Sea. So I mean, we're not covering old ground there for them. I just want us to get a bit kind of like a bit of a look. There's the little build instructions. Now that'll take a second or two to appear for you.
Hmm.
Um, it's going to come
Yep,
up
there
now.
you go. Moving over, moving.
Should appear in a wee second for you. I'm quite taken with the details on these now. I have seen one of them. He's held a few up to the camera.
Hmm.
It should come up. There you
Yeah.
go. So that's the level of building that these things are going to require.
Oh right. Yeah, that is small bits being stuck on. Is it stuck on or just pushed in?
I think it's going to be glue, and I'm fairly sure that these are a mixture of resin and metal. To be honest,
Oh, the
um,
base is metal and the wee bits are going to be resin.
or more likely the other way around. The big bits resin and the small bits are metal, or it could all be resin. Let's find out because underneath this map there's some ships. Um,
Okay.
it put me in
What
mind. I
what
remember.
ships? What ships do you get? Is it what it's being shown at the minute? Imperial and maybe American?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
You're looking at the box for the first time, the same as me did. I don't know the boats.
Go on, open the box. Keep on open.
So we got our rule book. I'm going to set that aside and get slightly behind this one. We've got a huge C mat again. This is the big thing now. These paper C mats that folds to be, I think it's like 6x4 or something. It's fairly big. It's a huge
Hmm.
C mat and it's dark ocean on one side and light ocean kind of Pacific theater on the other side. Oh, that's right. No islands. Um,
Is there like paper islands or something like this that you put on top of the?
imagine in the full game there will be the same as with Cruel Seas and with Black Seas or
Hmm.
Black Sails. Sorry, no, it's Black Seas. I imagine there will be little islands and things like that there. These are the card aspects packed by. I can't pronounce that. How do you pronounce that name? I can't pronounce that name. Pronounce that name, Si. You're good with language. Murda?
Murda. Yeah.
Okay. I'm terrible at pronouncing people's names.
Yes, Jim.
That's right, David. Just going to pop these out. So those are little tokens for sliding up and down the sides of the cars for marking, I think, speed and damage and things. Um, this is nice. It looks like official documents of the time type of thing.
Well, very good.
And it's been done like a ship's recognition chart.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So there's where them wee tokens are for along the bottom to mark whatever that is that I haven't looked at yet.
Whatever it is, it's 1 to 9.
So you're getting the classes of the ships, its displacement, its length, its speed, its crew, when it was commissioned. So I've got to say, it's Victory at Sea, the board game, or World of Warships, the board game. So there's a mountain of these. There's literally a fistful of these cards in here.
Mm-hmm.
Northampton class heavy cruiser, Fubaki class destroyer. Oh, it's exactly what you want. It's Pacific Theater. Fubaki class destroyer, Mogami class heavy cruiser. So it's cruisers and destroyers, and a
Oh,
heavy
it's one of
cruiser.
them. It's interesting what they're releasing the demo as for what kind of market they want to push. You know, again, they could have easily have been British versus German, and it could have been maybe the Bismarck or something in the demo box. So, um, again, you know, some people are interested in battleships, other people are interested in aircraft carriers.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think the likes of the Bismarck and that the chat that the guys had sort of in the Twitch feed. This is very much dipping the toe into it, and I think they've
hmm
gone probably. I would say you're going to find that like the Japanese American stuff is sold pretty well for bolt action and for other things. So they're sticking with that for this, or they just want to branch into another theatre. But they certainly talked about the likes of the Bismarck being like a little pack that you would get for Victory at Sea that would have everything you need to play the Bismarck scenario, and then you would have those things to bring into other aspects of the game. So now you wanted to see miniatures, dude. So let's let you see some miniatures. There are 3 bags of miniatures here.
And I'm feeling it. You're right. I think the long bit is resin.
It's all resin, dude.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Yeah.
No metal at all.
There's the little sprues. Can you see those? Okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
So that is the sprues of the guns and the aerials and the things. Radika has packed this one. Whoops, where's the camera? There it is. So those are tiny.
Yeah.
But fairly crisp.
Yeah. How's your eyesight?
Yeah, I've got tweezers and a magnifier now.
Yeah.
Mogami 1939. Comard 1944. Right, they've got the class of the ship or the name of the ship and the year it was commissioned stamped on them. Right, I'm sorry, the sunlight is kind of glaring onto the table here. Just discuss for me a second. I go close these curtains.
Nah, no problem. As it says, hopefully everyone's seeing the different boats and the hopefully detail as well. That seems to be done on them. Yeah.
We'll try and come in there a little bit for people because it's quite awkward to kind of show these to their best intention. This is where I'll lose.
You know what scale? Do you? Oh yeah. Do you know what scale they are?
Yes, I do. Thank you for asking.
Would you like to share what scale they are? Oh,
no.
Look at you zooming in.
Yeah, I had to do it manually though because I forgot my wee gadget that does it for me. Oh, I've gone off camera. Sorry. I keep forgetting. This is the weird thing about this setup. Everything's kind of reversed. If I want to go left, I have to go right. If I want to go right, I have to go left. But that gives you an idea. I mean, that is fairly tidy. I like that. And there's the name, as I say. You can just about see that on it. But profile-wise, that's pretty. And I know this looks like the exact same thing. It probably is. It's just its partner in crime, but it's got its own wee name and all stamped on it. So yeah, these appear to be resin. There's a little bit of flash to be cleared off from the mold, and you want to be careful with these. They do look quite fine, the little guns and aerial masts and things.
Yeah.
So I think you
very delicate.
Yeah, do be careful with those. So okay, that's the 2 of those. Then there's this bag. Demo pack, Fletcher and Fubaki. So what I can probably do here is, all right, that's the Fletcher class and Kubaki class. So if I pop them out, I can get the card that should tell us a little bit more about them. So the Fletcher, did I say Fletcher and Kubaki? Yeah. So the Fletcher class destroyer is Americans, worth 60 points. Flank speed 7 inches, armor +1, hull. It's got traits of radar and depth charge. So that's a submarine hunter. Light guns, AA battery, port starboard Mark 15 torpedoes, so it can chunk torpedoes out too. Crew 329, speed 36 knots, displacement 2,500 tons, 376 feet. They weren't big, sure they weren't.
No.
I mean, they were big, but
it wasn't. Not compared to like a battleship or an aircraft carrier, no.
But still, it wasn't a lot of space to cram that many people onto.
Yeah, well, sailors always had to get friendly, didn't they?
I've got to say, dude, I think the hardest part of painting these is going to be the sea. It's going to getting that water effect right. Because there's not an awful lot of miniature to paint. I think you'd be hard pressed to even do like some of the camouflage effects that they had.
Hold on a
He
second,
didn't.
emergency time.
He didn't put his phone on silent. Though to be fair, he can't because he is waiting out for a couple of calls that could be important. So that's fair enough. But no, these are nice. I don't know if any of you remember years ago the toy. You used to get like corgi toy ships, and they had little wheels in the bottom of them. They had the sticker up the side, and they had like a plastic deck. Do you remember like the corgi toy ships you used to get, the die cast toy ships, and they had
Yes,
the little
I actually
wheels?
probably even have one or two of them. Yes.
Yeah,
What scale were they? They were big, weren't they?
yeah,
The
they were
corgi
like
ones.
1 to 144th or something like that. There.
Hmm.
But I like these. They just remind me of them. They reminded me of childhood. The D I just You're gonna have to see these in
I'm
real
si-
life because they are class.
yeah, but as you said, the biggest thing you're going to paint is that water.
Yeah, but I do love the fact that with the name and all on it, these are really set up to be. If you're just a collector, you just want to
Hmm.
display. This is going to work for you because everything's got the class of the ship and its year on it.
Do you know what kind of price range you're talking about for the ships?
I don't, in all honesty, because I didn't look. I could have looked. I
Hmm.
think they've got some preview stuff up on the site. I could go and Google it now because we can do that sort of
No.
thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Are they being sold individually, or are they being sold as part of squadrons or stuff like that?
I think we're going to see something similar to the Cruel Seas and everything else, where the smaller stuff's probably going to come as a little flotilla or whatever, or they'll do
Hmm.
squadron boxes. They might do like a limited release where you're going to get like an American fleet or a British fleet or whatever, and then
Yeah.
once that initial release period's over, you'll be able to go in and buy your HMS Ark Royal on its own. I'm sure
Hmm.
big things like carriers and that will probably just be on their own, and then the guidance of a ship like this should have these with it as well.
Yeah.
The last box of tricks. Now, the scary thing here is I'm probably going to mix up what extras go with what boats.
Is that the one that you're now working on? Is the boat USS?
Well, that was a mix. That was the last bag was American, and
Hmm.
so this one is the USS Chicago and the USS Northampton. Yep, American.
Yeah.
So much bigger bits this time round
Hmm.
because they're bigger boats, so they're bigger guns. And we have two ships in here, and old Jeekers, yeah, suddenly size
Loads of
does
wee me bits.
suddenly size does matter. Throw
Yeah.
one down there
There's
for
a there's a reason why the smaller ones are so tiny, because it's all about the big ships.
yeah. So like, look at that, and those are the same scale.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would imagine the likes of these will probably come in like twos or threes.
Hmm.
These maybe twos or ones, and then the bigger stuff is probably going to be singles. This is much more like what you and I would sort of have almost imagined as like the old Airfix kind of size, nearly, with the guns. Remember building them? They were a nightmare to build. Your granny always used to buy you like a flipping HMS Belfast or a flipping Bismarck or something. And there was like wee towers and tiny gun barrels and little guns that were supposed to move, and you would end up gluing everything into a solid mess.
I take it you had a good childhood then.
Lots of really badly built battleships, coming from the north coast and Port Russian, all naval relatives in the family. It was like the White House. It was pretty much a guarantee that every summer you would arrive to your granny's house to a flipping Bismarck and an Ark Royal and something else. I remember having the one that from the Falklands at one time that's like the back door opened and the little landing boats came out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trying to build an aircraft carrier without gluing any of the planes onto it so that you could play with the planes and make them take off. That didn't work well.
No.
No.
Yeah, had a good chance of losing the planes. They're so small.
Well, you did when you had an uncle who insisted on flushing them down the toilet on you. To explain that, he was only 3 years older than me, so it was more like an evil brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had all the benefits of having an older brother with none of the benefits of having an older brother. Yeah, let's just get that personal grief out now and dealt with. Um, I've got to say, as a demo box, I would have been quite happy to open that and had got 2 boats. Because that's all you really need to demonstrate how a game works. 2 boats. So to get essentially the start of 2 fleets in a demo box is very, very nice.
Well, it shows that you probably find some of the advanced rules are all about maneuvering together and working together as as a flotilla or a squadron or something like that. So you have an opportunity here, to get the whole range of the rules rather than maybe just working on the basics.
Yeah, well, that's it because it is the full rule book. You and I are renowned for being phenomenally good with rule books.
Yes, we normally hand it to Roger.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of numbers in this, but because I have lacked you by my side for the lockdown,
I know
it's
you can
been
see the effect that it's having on you.
it's been difficult, Si. I've actually had to read stuff instead of going, so Si, how does this game work? What's this about? Why? Because I need to talk about it in like 5. I've had to actually go and read stuff and learn how to do things.
Have you been having that conversation when I'm not there?
Yeah, but you kept answering me. So no, because like there, I know this is Warlord Wednesday, but I've pretty much got my head around all the Mantic stuff that landed. I pretty much got my head around Apocalypse TV completely now. And I've even started to read Black Sails, but I gotta say, doing those flipping ropes on those little tiny boats nearly had me just over the edge.
do, do you think that that was a wee bit too much? The game, you can go into too much detail as a manufacturer. Um, you have had different rule sets and different models that you've played with. Do you think they were the hardest?
Yeah, they were. I mean, they're right here. Bear with me a second.
Right.
Dude. 2 of them are right here, and you'd almost think I've kept this as an example to be able to kind of give off about, and it's not giving off, dude. It's right. So there's 2 ships. The exact move my head out of the road. No, my
Yeah, I can
head.
see it.
Move 2 ships the exact same class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now this one has been tripped out. It's got all the finagleries, and I've
Mm-hmm.
got to say, in hand, it's lovely. All right.
Yes, but how much work did that?
It took me as long to do the threads as it did to paint and build and paint the model.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, if you were kind of wanting to cheat a bit, you really only need these 3 threads at the front. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. That's the only ones you technically need because those 3 seals are only suspended on those threads. So you could get away with it.
Yeah,
And that's them. That's with nothing added to it at all.
yeah.
So I'm kind of doing my own version of like the black pearl, so to speak. Now I've got to say, even with just the masts kind of rolled up and all the rest of it, I'd be tempted to do a couple of boats like that and actually just have that their masts aren't or their sails aren't out. Now, if I
Yeah.
was going to do that, yes, he would get all his. It's not rigging because the rigging's the stuff up the sides. The rat line. No, that's the rigging. The rat lines are the stuff up the sides. So if I wasn't going to do that, I would give him the rope. But if I was doing that with full sail again, they're getting 3 strings at the front, mate. Because
Fair play to you.
I don't want to kill people.
Well, in this case, you're isolated, so
Yeah, so there's only one choice left. Anyway, back to Victory at Sea. Yes, Victory at Sea. This is going to be interesting. My thinking is I paint these by next Wednesday.
Right. Well, I think that's very doable. I think for you, you will look at the water line, and you'll work out some kind of layered spraying. Like
Yeah,
Some kind of yeah.
I was thinking blue,
Yeah, what kind of blue?
aquamarine, or maybe do like a blue and then like an overbrush with a green to get the top of them waves going on, and then like a dry brush of white for the very sort of crest, and then just burn that thing with shiny, glossy water effect varnish.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like I know what I'm talking about. And then for the boats, I don't know. I mean, hear me out. Bit controversial. I was thinking Battleship Grey. Battleship Grey.
Yeah, well, I think it was used for some.
Can't it be for all? No, no. I need to check because some of the ships had weird decks. Some of them had metal decks. Some of them had wooden decks.
Hmm.
And I think, yeah, looking at the American boat, I've got a feeling it's supposed to be wooden deck. I'll need to actually do a little bit of historical research.
Well, the book that you got with the rules actually might have some background information in it as well.
I'm pretty sure you're right because it's one of the things I'll give Warlord due credit for. As much as their games and as much as their toys, they do at least tip the hat to historical reference and your little sort of sidebar information. It's kind of like, we know you want to play a game, but we'd like you to at least appreciate what it is you're playing with, which is always good. There's a lot of lovely artwork. I think it's that whole Osprey thing still shining through with them. That's kind of nice. I mean, there's an in-game picture, and they haven't even tried to hide the name of the boat because obviously I think you need to kind of know in the game where your ships are.
Yeah.
So they're actually just highlighting it. But yeah, they've just painted their water blue and white and sky blue.
Yeah.
I'll have a go at it. Oh, water explosions! Those are class. Oh, look at that, dude. Where's the picture going? Look at the aircraft carrier deck.
Yes, with all the planes on it.
No, I think it's well, it has got some, but it's also the camouflage or not camouflage. It's just painted up, fancy.
Right, I was wondering what that was. Right, that's fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah,
see it. Was a wee
wing of planes in front of it.
yeah.
Yeah, I think those marks are supposed to be like takeoff points for different types of aircraft and stuff. Or if you haven't applied your brakes by here, bail, bail, bail. Get out of the boat. Get out of the boat. Sakua 1944. A flight of Mitsubishi Zeros fly past their carrier. Yeah, nice. So there we go. It's fairly pretty.
And when did that arrive? And when is it getting released?
Well,
So
as far as I know, the release is still a little bit of a question mark. If there's anybody watching who knows better and who paid attention to all the fine details in the last Twitch feed, do shout out. But I'm fairly sure there's been a little delay. I think they were talking end of August, September, just with shipments of things kind of coming and stuff was the problem. That basically came with everything else, and I was a good boy, and I just closed the lid, didn't look, just went, oh, that's what that is, okay, and set it over in the corner until tonight when we could be together
through Zoom.
through Zoom. Well, it's the safest way for you and I to be together. Let's face it, because we're not likely to do physical harm to anybody else around us.
No, I think that's one of the reasons why we do gaming, so we don't do physical harm to other people around us.
Yeah, exactly, or each other. But there we go, dude. That's it. That's all the shiny stuff shown to you now. You've been a part of the magic.
Yes, and I'm
Um,
sure people are going to ask you loads of questions with regards to it.
Probably not. I've got to say, even on the feeds that we've done, where there's been lots and lots of people watching, they're remarkably well behaved and quiet. I think they know perfectly well that whilst we get excited and we love showing stuff off, we know next to nothing about what it is we're touching. you can spot the difference when we know what we're doing and when we don't. We get excited
Yeah.
about the stuff that was new and it's shiny, and I haven't read it, so I can't answer your stupid question. But when it's other things that we're well into and that we can kind of wax lyrical about it, then you do get the, so how long have you been playing that for? Oh, well, blah, blah, blah. If we had more time, I could have brought up World of Warships for you, but it's
Well,
it's it's bad,
well, you
man.
told me to go. You told me last night some good stories, so I'm still getting a bit of a chuckle for them.
Yeah,
Uh,
seriously, have a look at it, but do realize that it's like any of these things. Do you remember when World of War, or not World of Warcraft, Call of Duty,
World of Tanks?
no,
No.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare? Did you
Hmm.
catch the buzz when it was on the go?
No, I was more of was it Black Ops?
Black Ops, right? Fair enough. Well, when World of War, when the World of Warcraft, I can almost talk. When Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out, we first time ever we formed like a clan, and we were getting up out of our beds like 2 hours before work to play. I was coming home at lunchtime to play, coming home, eating, going online, and playing until it was time to fall asleep.
Hmm.
And that's nearly where this thing is, where I'm literally kind of, it's quarter to, right? I could have one more round. No, no more rounds. I got an aircraft carrier last night.
You sunk one?
No, I got one.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, I've got a level tier 2 uh, Japanese aircraft carrier now with bi-wing fighters, torpedo bombers, and bombers, and I got my first kill first time out with it.
You're showing off. But
No,
fair play to
I'm
you.
just really chuffed. I was really pleased. Flying planes is really hard because
You actually
you're flying the entire wing.
right. Hold on. So you have to do that for
Yeah.
the aircraft
So
carrier. They're not
once
automatic.
they're not automatic. Once you launch your wing, you have to pilot it to where you want to go. You can call up the map and you can auto navigate your boat to where you want it to be.
Hmm.
And it'll sort of defend itself very badly on its own.
Hmm.
But you're supposed to fly to your target, and then the reticule comes up, and you have to hit one, and the plane's preparing to attack, and they'll go down. It's really weird. Japanese fighters, and it's like, we're coming in for the kill. This weird sort of American voice chatting about it.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't
then the
work, does it?
planes will come down, and if it's your torpedo ones, once they're in range, the reticule will kind of go green, and you can fire up. Oh, we're under attack, and they'll pull up out of the dive and stuff like that, and then they can bank, and you get
But
shot at with the
but I don't.
anti-aircraft guns.
I didn't think Japanese aircraft carriers pulled up after an attack. I thought they just continued.
You're thinking of Zeros. You're thinking of the kamikaze. That's one particular type of plane, one particular type of action. No. They had all manner of stuff going on. I think they have 3 or 4 types of aircraft carrier as well.
No, they did. No, they did.
But yeah, biplanes. I've got to say they're quite cute, and they can certainly turn on a dime quite nicely. And
But
then
they're pretty slow, aren't they?
they're fairly slow. I've paid the extra to give mine a little bit of an engine boost, so they go with a bit more of a instead of a yeah. And do you remember when I was telling you I was playing it? I got this upgraded. One of my ships can fire a plane out, off a wee catapult.
Yeah.
So I done so well enough. I says you can now have this upgrade. So mine launches 2 planes for the price of one. So I get these two
Yes.
little fighters swipping about above me. So little spotter planes and attack wings were coming. Oh, there's a wee destroyer. Let's go and take that out. And suddenly 2 little planes go, not a chance, mate. So I think the aircraft carrier guy was quite surprised to discover his fighter wing vanishing above this destroyer that not once stopped shelling it, because normally you have to reduce your firepower to go to AA guns. And I just went,
Yeah.
fight. You are doing it. You okay, guys? Grand stuff. So
Did you sink them?
he swapped over to bombers, and he really wasn't cutting the cheese with them bombers. The water around me was exploding. Meanwhile, I was doing a kind of a Torval and Dean thing, just sailing like that. Yeah, you can't get me, man. You can't get me. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. You're down. Yep, sunk him. You sunk my battleship. Actually, it was an aircraft carrier. Thank you very much. So there we
Oh,
go.
you really are enjoying it.
I really am, and I think it's a good idea because it's kind of got me enthused for wanting to get these guys painted up and find a wee bit more about them and color. It's a great resource of color schemes and all that mad dog sort of. Ignore the World of Warhammer ships that you can get for it. That's just very silly.
Yeah, I know this started off with regards to that game, but tell people what the price of the Warhammer upgrade is.
100 and something silly pounds for the Chaos and Imperial fleet. I was like, what? Oh, you know what? I'll pass. At some point, I might need a kidney, and that £137 is going to be an awful lot more useful in my side than buying some digital boats. Don't get me wrong. It's very look. I'll tell you what. Since we're here, right? Because I think I can do this. I can go to this here, and I can add a source, and I'm going to go with display capture, and I'll open World of Warcraft. So there we go. I don't know how this is going to work. I need to change it to a window. I can actually bring this up for anyone that's interested. I know there's a few of you watching. You haven't said no and you haven't said yes, so I'm just going to carry on regardless.
Is there somebody watching?
Yeah.
Is Mike still there?
There has been since we started.
Excellent.
Yeah, some people have nothing better to do. So I'm going to see what way I can set this now. I should be able to change crop to window, I think, or manual. So go to that, and if I go to
Something's
this,
happening.
yeah, I've messed up everything. Where is it? Right, there we are. All right. Oh yeah, I can see what I'm doing now. I need to move OBS out of the road here, and then I should be able to show you. I just need to change the size of this window. It's very technical.
Mm-hmm.
If I'd been thinking about it better, I would have had this all ready for you. But there we go. So, there we go. World of Warships should now start appearing for people. The game is loading. I think if I move that though, I'll move the feed. Yeah, can't move that. That's not very helpful. I do like the fact it's not instant. It reminds me of the patience you had to have for loading games years ago.
Right. Yes, we're all going, but we don't mind that. Yes, World of Warships. I can see it.
Yeah.
Game loading.
I suppose we could always try a feed some night where if you get online with us, we could do a feed some night where we're just playing it.
Well, that's what the phone call was, and that's why I took the call. I'm getting a new computer tonight.
Woohoo!
When I say a new computer, it's somebody else's hand-me-down, but I'm quite happy about that.
It's still working for you, so you're content.
Yes, exactly, and I will be. First thing I'll do will be install World of Warcraft. Sorry,
Yeah, I know. I keep doing that too. World of Warcraft.
Yes.
World of Warships. Warships of Warcraft. There is a chance that this machine you and fancy it is might not be coping too well with the fact that Zoom is running, OBS is running, and now you're telling it you want it to run World of Warships. Because it doesn't normally take that long. I think it's died.
Well, at least you got to see the nice picture.
You got to see the nice picture. If I wonder if I actually open Steam. Actually, I don't need to open World of Warships. Bear with me. If I kill that, look how technical we are not. I will try opening Steam instead. There, you can see the Steam window, can't you? Yeah, I think you can see. Well, it should come up now in a second or two for you. World of Warships. So this should open this content, I think.
Yes, when I've seen it, World of Warships.
I think I'm melting my per wee computer's head here, trying to open too much stuff.
Sure, if it doesn't work, we'll try it some other time. It should be,
Oh no,
but
this is just their video. This is just their sales pitch for it. Sorry. Inspired by. It's not actually how you see the cost of it or anything. Yeah, that's annoying. No, trust me. Go in and have a gander yourselves. Yeah, World of Warships is not one to open because literally I'm probably pushing this thing to its limit with OBS and Zoom and all kicking in. It is only an ordinary machine. It's not like a flipping top of the line or anything like that. There, I tried just
not all
cutting that.
singing, all dancing.
No. So there we go. Anyway, that's a rough idea. Go and check out that, and if you want to giggle, go into the premium marketplace and check out the World of
Prices?
Warships prices for everything else. Yeah, isn't just as well that none of my tabs are ever bad tabs because even they weren't shut there for a minute. So thankfully there was no frisky nuns or us.com or anything like that there.
Have you heard that Netflix is doing a series called Warrior Nun?
Yes, I have heard that. I believe I've got the funny feeling that you may well have tagged me in that for some strange reason.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
The trailer looked awesome. You know,
it did. It put me in mind of like a sort of female Van Helsing thing. That's what it reminded me of.
it had a cracker tagline at the end, but unfortunately, I can't say it.
Oh right, because it was naughty.
It was naughty.
Oh no, I've just pressed the wrong button again. That's what
See
she said.
I was going to say, see what happens when we come online together.
It's kind of shocking. Yeah, I've literally practically just blown everything up there. That hasn't happened before. But there we go. I should really get back to us because that's enough of that sort of silly stuff. There we go. Keep throwing Mad Dog stuff onto the screen. What I'll do is another evening when you're free, if you haven't got up and running by then, another evening that you're free, we'll do a World of Warships and we'll bring it up on the screen to chat to people properly. There's my mountain-esque tabletop picture.
Very nice.
Isn't it very pretty? It goes to dark at night time. It automatically is the same picture, but like at twilight, it's very tranquil.
Oh, cool. Well, yes, there's me and there's you, and I think that's probably us for the night then.
Yeah, because I think the world isn't ready for you and I talking our normal Mad Dog rubbish for an hour.
No, definitely not.
Folks, boys and girls, men and women, children, all things great and small. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining Wee Si and I. Cheers for having a look at Victory at Sea, Battle for the Pacific. Do you know there's the clue was in the name that we never bothered reading out the full title of? It's right there. Why are those ships in that set? Because it is the battle set that you were wanting, Si. It's right there, right at the bottom of the page.
Battle for Pacific.
Battle for the Pacific. So I would think, Si, if you're wanting to do the Pacific Theatre, I've got a feeling that Victory at Sea is probably going to be right up your street.
Yep, Mike was kind enough to tell us with regards to the Warrior Nun.
Oh, based on Antarctic comic series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
No.
Is the comic series any good though, Mike? That's the question. Well, it must have been.
Well, listen, as I said, the trailer for it looked awesome.
It did. It has guns in it and people being brought back from the dead, so it's already on to a good start. I think tonight though, I am somewhat of a mood since it's the anniversary. I am thinking to go and watch Logan's Run.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Fair play to you. I've done something similar in the last couple of nights. I just going through classic sci-fi films.
Good lad. Have you hit upon Saturn 3 yet?
Oh, but I remember Saturn 3 quite well. Yes, the robot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my personal favorite, because you know me and my B movies, Si, but I have a huge soft spot for Moon 44.
I'm going to have to watch it again because it's not triggering any memories, but I'm sure I watched it.
It really shouldn't. It really should. There's some fantastic moments. There's some
Moon
dreadful
44.
moments. Moon
Hold on,
44.
is it something to do with a fighters, and they've got like back at the base somebody helping them either.
The kids are kind of doing the computery side of things.
Yes, kids. It's kids. Yes,
Yeah, and
Moon
it's like
44.
it's an internal investigations guy is sent up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check it out.
What was the Sean Connery one where he was the sheriff in
Outlander.
space? Yes.
Outlander is awesome. Or not Outlander,
Yeah,
Outland. Isn't it
Outland.
It's Outland.
It's Outland. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm taking the opportunity now, thanks to my Xbox and a certain app on the Xbox, going through old sci-fi classics.
It's a good app, isn't it?
Well, there's a couple of good apps, yeah.
Yeah, it should not be on the Xbox. I don't know how that one got through the checks and balances. But yes, there you go. Right, we should really knock it in the head because would you believe it? We're nearly here an hour. We're 8 minutes shy of an hour.
Well, folks. This is what normally happens when we get on and start talking. Hours disappear.
Hours turn into days. Days turn into weeks. Weeks turn into. Let's not even go there.
No,
but it's been kind of nice. We are going to have to do another you, me, Justy, Paul, Roger, if we can prize him out of his
Roger doesn't do online.
Look, JB says he doesn't do online, and JB's doing a weekly game, so I think Roger can make an exception once.
Oh, fair play for JB.
Yep. But yeah, we should do an hour sort of round robin, maybe before the big weekend coming up for Aware NI. We could do a wee chat. This is this week. It's this Saturday. Duh. Yeah. So make sure you tune in for that, boys and girls. Check out the page. Going to do a build all day Saturday, and at some point, Si will come on and shout at me, and we'll talk how the hobby stops us from going completely insane there.
Yeah, the hobby has definitely helped,
and stuff like that. But yeah, we've raised over 700 quid so far. So if any of you lovely people have the time, check out the page. There's a link 3 or 4 times to our fundraiser for it. And if you can spare 50p, £5, it doesn't matter. It would be appreciated if you want to chip in and come here on Saturday, where we will be building the secret base from Crooked Dice, which would work equally well for Conflict 47. Might work
work for most things.
Yeah.
And remember, folks, that anyone who has pledged or anyone who has donated will be put into the raffle.
Yeah, all of the pledgers, we will be giving away, a copy. We won't, Crooked Dice says, a copy of 7TV box set. And as of today, the Red Knight is doing one. If you check out the Red Knight page, anyone who buys anything from the Red Knight, he's donating 10% of the takings to the fund. And anyone that does the Red Knight toy distribution as the hashtag when they are donating, will also be entered into a separate draw from him to win a game of some description or other.
Excellent. So it's all go there.
Yep. And I am told through threatening letters cut out of newspapers and filled in with really badly drawn crayon that the Belfast Harlequin also plans on popping in on Saturday and has some hijinks shenanigans to do with giving something away to people as well. Who knows? And those codes, you know more about those codes than me. I'm going to mispronounce the name. Udamek? The gaming platform people. I'm terrible at names. Really am. I'm glad to see you're able to help me out there with.
I know nothing about what you're talking about.
You're on the same page as me. You're an editor. You're supposed to see the same things.
Yeah, I just says they're all important to me. Unfortunately, sometimes I don't get to them quick enough.
Atomic, which I think is like a play on atomic. Atomic have given us half a dozen or a dozen gaming codes for 30 days free subscription to their PC gaming platform. When I had a quick look, there is literally thousands of titles on there. So
Well, that's awesome.
yeah, every hour we'll give one of those away. What we'll do is we'll go, right, person who donates the most in the next hour will get a voucher or something like that there. Find some way to arbitrarily discriminate on how we hand them out. Not just going to give you them, but if you stick around, I'll save one for anyone who's literally there for the entire day. If you're with us when we log on and still with us in the end, you're guaranteed one of you. No, it's because of 12s. That's not going to work if 12 of you do it. One person. They have to shout out. I don't know. We'll find some way of doing it, but yeah, we'll do something like that there as well. And we're going to have some Crooked Dice minis to give away too. Chris McCauley's going to be joining us, the graphic artist, computer programmer, and I believe we are getting a special good luck message. For now, I might be tempted for it, but I believe we're getting a special good luck message from the Doctor Who community.
You got Roger to dress up again?
No, from an actual person from the Doctor Who industry. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
K9?
Do you know, you really are just going to have to buy a dog.
No, I don't have to buy a dog. Around me, my neighbours have about 7 dogs. I just go out and I just pet a couple of them until I get bored, and then I come into the house. I don't have to worry about anything like feeding them or running after them with a nappy, nothing like that.
I'm pretty sure that every time the conversation comes something to do with Doctor Who, you always offer K9. It's like your go-to. Is that the only character you remember the name of?
Pretty much.
It's not K9. All right, but that would be cool. K9 would be cool, but it's not.
What about the general?
I'm not going to tell the Brigadier who's dead.
Yes. I'm just winding you up.
Geez, you really know how to bring a guy down. That's why we're doing this weekend, On that high note, I'm going to call it there. Time to run in credits. Folks, thanks for joining in with us. It starts, Mike, at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning with Saturday Morning 7 TV with Carl from Crooked Dice. Him and I'll have a chat, have morning coffee, possibly a croissant with cheese and ham. And
then you continue on.
And then I just keep going. The Vivo store in Eden has sponsored me with a crate of Coke and some munchies and things like that there. A well-balanced selection of munchies which cross all the main food groups, not just sugar. So that's very nice of Brian. Very kind of him there too. So yeah, if you're about, spread the word. Find the post on the Wee Gamers page. Spread that word too. I've totally forgotten to do anything on Twitter and stuff like that. But, frankly, who cares? Nobody looks at Twitter anymore.
Stay away from Twitter. Yeah. Liz, seriously, stay away from Twitter.
Well, no, it's safe to go back because certain people have been blocked from it now. She got booted by Twitter. So Twitter's almost like it's safe to go back in the water. Anyway, there we go. 10 o'clock Saturday. That's the Crooked Dice big day for Aware NI, the Depression charity, which is one that's dear to all our hearts. Mm-hmm. And on that note, let's roll end credits. Duffy, are you ready?
Bye, folks.
Are you ready to say bye-bye?
Just did it.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We're fading out.